Hello, Joe.
How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good. I feel like it's been a long time since we've done this podcast.
Well, yeah, how long has it been?
Long enough for my wife to make homemade eggnog.
Oh, that's an eggnog, glass of eggnog that is not entirely in the shot, but
Well, here.
Mike, well, now it is. How is it? Does it taste good?
It's awesome, yeah. It's really good.
What's in eggnog?
This eggnog has raw milk and raw duck eggs and vanilla extract and like some spices and stuff. I'm not really sure. I know that's in it because she just told me that stuff's in it, but I don't know. There might be other stuff. So I'm basically like Rocky right now. You know, he drinks the raw eggs. No?
Yeah, right. But they were chicken eggs.
You haven't seen Rocky 1 through 4?
I have.
Okay.
And 5 too.
Oh, was there 5?
You didn't know about Rocky 5?
That was so cool.
Rocky 5 is I don't even know if I think Sylvester Stallone is in Rocky 5, but I'm not positive about that.
Okay. I think you might be right. No, I watched this YouTube guy named Space Ice, and he
Wait, before we get off of Rocky, what is your favorite Rocky?
Dude, I've only seen the Space Ice videos about it.
You've never seen Rocky?
Okay. What's the one where he, it's like I've never seen, I'll say like runs up the stairs and all.
Well, let me just tell you, Rocky 4 is by far the best.
Is it? Is that the Russian with the Russian guy or?
Yes.
Okay, I did see that
Drago.
one. Yeah, Ivan Drago. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's not just my opinion. It's fact that Rocky 4 is definitely the best one. Rocky 1 is really good. Rocky 2 is Apollo Creed.
I had no idea.
Rocky 3 is Mr. T. That's when he fights Mr. T.
Oh, I kind of would like to see that just for the
Rocky
novelty.
4 is Ivan Drago. And then Rocky 5 is, man, I can't think of the guy's name right now. But it's like he's like an up-and-coming, like, hot-shot boxer.
Okay.
He thinks he's badass.
So the Rocky 4 is the one where they like genetically modify the Russian guy to be like 5 times stronger than everybody else.
I don't know if they genetically modify him, but they have like all kinds of fancy like training equipment and stuff like that. Yeah.
So did you watch Van Damme movies when you were a kid?
Some of them.
Ivan Drago, yeah. Okay.
With Ivan Drago?
Yeah.
No.
He's like he's the villain in a lot of them.
I did not know that.
Yeah. When I was at karate camp as a kid, it was karate camp. We were supposed to be doing karate. We would just watch Van Damme movies. I was like 7 watching Bloodsport, you know.
I've seen Bloodsport. Yeah. Ivan Drago's in that?
I don't think he's in Bloodsport, actually. I'm not sure. Now I'm thinking about it.
Interesting. Well, I think that was a really good intro to this podcast about working for yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, what have you been up to, Mike, lately?
Do you really want to know, or are you just like, is that
in regards to work and entrepreneurship?
Okay. Well, I've so I don't know if the audience knows. They probably don't because we've only done one podcast. I know you know that. I've been taking this miracle drug for my whole life. It's called Adderall. You know about this?
Yeah.
And I've recently decided that I don't want to take it anymore.
Right.
And so I've been good call. You're right. Although I will say it's been a struggle, and I took a little dive there for about a month where, everything went to. I just couldn't think straight. Couldn't get
Right.
Whatever. It's getting better. But so to counteract like the lack of dopamine, the tiredness, the brain fog, I've been looking into breathing exercise. I've stumbled across this Wim Hof breathing.
I'm glad you threw in exercise because, you were looking into breathing. You should have been doing that already. But
so it's like this Wim Hof. He's the Iceman. They call him the Iceman. So I've been doing his whole thing where I do this breath work. You get a little high off it, to be honest with you. It kind of feels good. I think it's just hyperventilating yourself. But the first time I did it, I held my breath for. So get this: you at the end of the breaths that you do, right? You let your air out, and then you hold your breath. So your air, it's not like you're holding your breath and.
Oh, you let it out first.
Right. And then you hold, right?
Right.
So, and the first time I did it, I held my breath for a minute and a half. I've never held my breath for a minute and a half in my entire life.
That's pretty amazing.
Let alone after letting my breath out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know, man. I'm a believer. It's been helping me with singing. Like I can definitely feel my lungs are just like stronger.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So it's supposed to help it increase like HG. You know what HGH is? Human growth hormone. It's like
I've heard of it. I
to
guess.
like help you heal and whatever.
Right.
I don't really know. I'm just throwing. I'm just making. Yeah, I'm just repeating things I read.
I mean, that's all we all do, right?
I think so. Yeah. So I think
Or watch.
I'm
on
gonna
YouTube.
switch from the
I don't
eggnog
read
to.
anything. Are you switching from eggnog to what's that one?
This is Synergy Raw Kombucha.
Show it to that camera right there.
Trying to get the sponsor. My wife already sponsors us, so
Okay.
But so that led me to taking ice baths. Well, I take that back. What I've mostly been doing is cold showers, so cold water therapy.
Yeah.
And this is also supposed to like spike your dopamine. Not spike. Sorry, that's the wrong word. Boost your dopamine levels, but like not spike it. So it's instead of like Adderall, it's like right. It's more of this type of thing.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
it sucks, but it's getting easier and easier, and it wakes you up, bro. I'm telling you, like.
So you've been taking ice baths in the morning?
So yeah, well, I did take one ice bath, but it's really not feasible because it's like how many gallons is a bathtub? I'm not gonna I'm not gonna do that every day. So that was the plan. I asked my mom.
What about just a cold shower?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to make sure it's 55 degrees or lower. So I'm doing that, and then you kind of. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of spinning around in there to try to get my whole body going or whatever.
Do you?
I'm sure you want to visualize that. No. So what I do is I do 2 minutes of cold. Then I turn the heat on and I soap up and do my thing because it doesn't like I tried soaping. It doesn't lather very well. Like it doesn't.
In the cold
my hair just ain't working with the cold water.
Speaking of your hair, not to interrupt your story here, but we're gonna start this new session series. New series where we cut to Mike's hair. And then, if there is anyone watching this video podcast,
My brother's watching.
Okay, all right. What's his name again?
Chris.
I was gonna guess Matt. I don't know why, but
I have another brother named Matt. He's not my he's a brother from another mother though.
Okay, all right. So Chris and everyone else, please rate Mike's hair on a scale of 1 to 10. You can see it on the screen right now if you're watching. Obviously, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best you've ever seen. And then we're both going to rate it as well. So I'm taking another look at your hair right now, Mike. What's your own rating for your hair today?
Well, it's interesting that you asked this today because today I woke up and it's been a bad hair day for me. It's been like I would give it.
So your rating requires some backstory and explanation. You're getting ready to rate your hair pretty low. Is what is the vibe I'm getting.
So I was going to give it. I'm thinking like 3 or 4 today.
3 or 4.
It's too long and it's too like fluffy and like it's not. So I like if you're looking for
you got a nice point going on.
Yeah, what do they call it? The Heatmeister or whatever. The guy I don't know. The guy from Rudolph or the
I don't know. I'm not familiar with these hair terms, Mike. I don't know if you remember. I don't have hair, so.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's why you got that duck on your head.
This is a pheasant.
Oh, dude. Never mind. I can't talk about that right now. I'm all over the place.
All right. So what's your rating, Mike?
A 4.
A 4. 4 out of 10. That's how you rate your hair today?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm going to go with, I don't know. I mean, it looks pretty good to me.
The lights might be helping it.
Yeah. I'm going to say, and when I did that, close-up shot, it was looking pretty good. So I'm going to go with 7.5.
Oof, man.
Yeah. I'm rating you up there. All right. So sorry for the interruption.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, what were we talking? Tell me
about the ice baths and stuff.
So I do 2 minutes of cold, and then I do my warm, like just get clean, right? And then I go back and do another 2 minutes of cold. So,
okay.
And then the other key that I've learned is you don't get out and dry off because, like, you want to stay cold as long as you can. So, like, and force your body to heat up, like it boosts your metabolism and all this kind of stuff, supposedly.
Okay.
So you drip dry. So So
you just stand in the bathroom and wait for that to happen.
I do. I actually do the horse stance, which is another. I'm so embarrassed right now. Do you know what the horse stance?
No, never heard of it.
It's like a martial arts thing, but I learned it from Wim Hof. It's like it's basically like a spread leg squat.
Whoa. All right.
There's nothing in this eggnog, by the way. There's no alcohol in it. Well, there's like vanilla.
You told me
extract.
there's a little bit. Yeah.
It's not like
I'm not drinking it.
That's not why I'm laughing so hard.
Okay.
But yeah,
that's the ice bath.
so my morning is gotten significantly more involved because I wake up.
Yeah,
I
that
lay in
sounds
bed. I
pretty
do
involved.
this breathing thing. It takes like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Then I get up. I have to like talk myself into getting into this cold shower, which is getting easier. It's getting easier and easier. But and then I do that. I've also started drinking coffee, which I never really did before. I mean, I've worked at a lot of coffee shops and drank it just because it was there, and I used to smoke cigarettes, so it was like, went together. But
Right.
I'm kind of trying that as a replacement for, to help kind of replace the Adderall. So anyway, if you're out there, you're taking Adderall, you don't want to take it anymore, it's possible. But that being said, it's only been like not quite 2 months for me. So, I'm not a success story yet, I guess.
Well, I would say you are. I mean, I was just getting ready to say, like, I love those success stories. How
Thanks,
long have you been clean from Adderall, Mike?
Like 40 some days.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know what?
And I took it for 20. I mean, I've taken it for over 20 years. So,
well, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah. It's pretty.
You know what they say in the recovery community? They, when somebody celebrates and it's like a running. It's not really a joke, but like a running thing. You're up there celebrating, and then everybody's like, "How'd you do it?" You know what they say?
One day at a time.
One day at a time. That's right.
I've been going like more like 1 second at a time.
Hey, that's another saying.
Is it?
Sometimes, yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Sometimes you got to break it down to 1 hour or 1 minute or 1 second at a time.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to finish this and then move on.
All right, slam that eggnog, Mike.
All right, now this can take full center stage, and then we'll move on to water.
Okay, all right.
How many drinks do you have, Joe?
I just have one drink. What is this? Food Lion water.
Yeah, by the way, you might want to cut some of this out because we're really getting all over the place. But
No,
I
I
read
think
this
it's great.
thing last night about how
Unedited. That's
water,
That's what the way this podcast
bottled
goes.
water, like, is as bad or worse than tap water in terms of having things like fluoride and Tylenol and chloroform and all this crap in
But
it.
Mike, it's in a bottle and you pay for it. So
Yeah,
how
well,
could any of that be true?
So interestingly enough, in Maryland, the bottled water is a little better than a lot of places, but
I thought so.
it's because the politicians live around here.
Oh, okay. Right, because they're in D.C.
They're in control.
That makes perfect
They
sense.
don't want to drink that crap. Anyway,
Tylenol.
yeah. I think it said, so the initial thing I read said pain meds, and I was like, what? And then it's come to find out it's just Tylenol. I was
That
actually going to
is
call you and be
very
like, don't drink any bottled
So
water.
here's a question for you to get back on the our topic here.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I mean, you brought up you're coming off of Adderall, which is great. I mean, I think that's awesome. How has that affected your work? Being able to stay focused and that kind of thing.
It's hurt it a lot, but it's also helping it because my wife, who is amazing, I'm not throwing my wedding ring on, but I am married. I just played a gig. I can't wear it during the day.
Not while you're out and about.
Yeah, only when I'm home. No,
Although
but
I've heard that women are more attracted to a man with a
it's
wedding
true.
ring
It's
on,
true.
so
Yeah.
That's why you took it off, so they wouldn't be attracted to you.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Yes. So it's helped because, personally, like, it's hurt me. I'm just having to relearn how to live, basically,
Right.
how to think, how to get motivated. Like, I have to find, cause it used to be like feeling unmotivated, pop an Adderall, So I'm working on that stuff. It's pushed me to find these things I'm talking about that are interesting and fun to me, but it's also pushed me to start exercising more. But that aside, it's my wife has really come alongside of me and been like, how can I help you with your business? Cause like you're struggling and I want to help you. And she's, she homeschools the kids and she works a little bit, but like she has some time that she can help me. And up until now, I've always just said, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll do it or whatever. And, cause she's always offered, but,
Right.
but now I'm like, you can help me. And so we're like she's so good at like budgeting and stuff, like all the things that I suck at, that I have to just force myself to do. Like, and I guess she has to force herself to do it too, but she loves figuring out all the numbers, making sure everything's perfect. And
That's
so
very helpful.
So yeah, yesterday we sat down, we went through all my bank accounts, we made a budget, went through all my bank accounts, looked at all the, like, I was getting charged from like I don't know, all these little like subscription-y things, you know, that I'm like DistroKid. I have a DistroVid subscription. I didn't even know I had. It's like $100 some, and regular DistroKid's like $23 just to put your songs out on Spotify and all that.
Right.
I was actually getting ready to sign up for DistroVid. Come to find out, I've already been paying for it this whole time.
Wow.
So like just stuff like that. So, you know, I think a lot of good is coming out of it. And so we sort of made, I want to talk to you about this too, because we were talking about doing the LLC thing.
Right.
And that's kind of the next step for us. We were going to do it the other day when you mentioned you were doing it.
Right.
And I can't remember what happened. The house started burning down or something, but, but yeah, so that's kind of the next thing. And, can you tell me about that a little bit?
I can. Yeah, right. Absolutely. So yeah, I, am trying to take care of some of the foundational stuff for my businesses, really, because I have two, Image and Sound Media, which is photography and videography, and then Joe Bryan Music, which is, obviously my music. And so it kind of started like I don't have any business bank accounts yet. I just have a personal bank account, personal checking and savings. And I just want to separate those things, and make it more official so I can, for tax purposes. And, they say, having a business bank account and then you just, all your income goes into that and then you pay yourself, out of that.
Yeah,
right.
That's weird.
So I want to set that up. I had a feeling, I really just didn't know because this is all kind of new to me, but I had a feeling that I had to register my business first, right? So, I went to the bank because I was just driving by there, so I stopped by, and they said, yeah, you have to register your business first, but they gave me some ideas, and they actually mentioned LegalZoom to me, and I had heard about it before, but I don't know, I just, I never had any reason to look into it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I watched some YouTube videos on LegalZoom, some reviews and stuff, and they were mostly good. There were definitely some cons, but the main con that I saw on YouTube videos is that they can be a little bit slow.
Oh, like getting it processed or whatever?
Yeah, getting it processed and like getting back to you with questions and inquiries and stuff.
Okay.
I didn't really have that issue. They have like the chat feature on their website, and that was pretty good.
Can I ask? Was that before or after? Because you mentioned doing like a premium package or something. Like, did you get?
It was kind of in the middle of it. Okay. Yeah, I was looking. I went to their website, right, and I kind of read some stuff and read about their different packages, and then I did the chat feature like while I was doing that.
Okay.
And then I was literally like chatting with someone as I was going through the process of like filling out the forms. So yeah,
cool. So they helped you fill out the forms.
Yeah. Okay. I would like get to a screen and be like, okay, now the screen looks like this, and this is what it says at the top. Like this fourth question down, what the hell does that mean? You know what I mean? And they would. I was on the chat for like 2 hours.
Awesome.
Which was cool, and they stuck with me. But yeah, it's the whole thing with like LegalZoom and, just like Mike's Eggnog, we are not sponsored by LegalZoom.
Right.
Or Food Lion Water for that matter. But
definitely. Or Tylenol.
Tylenol. Yeah. But just kind of telling you my own process with it. But even using that, which like the whole point is to make it simple, like to simplify the whole process, I was still, confused. Right. Like I still was just like, okay, kind of going through it step by step. But yeah, so like as I finished the whole process of like the paperwork, which wasn't really that extensive, and then part of their services are they file it all for you.
Okay.
But one of the big questions that I had, and I still kind of don't completely have it answered, is that I have two businesses, so I was like, well, I'll just register each one. But when I was at the bank, the lady was telling me. Like maybe one option I could do would be to have like a parent business, and then she was doing business as, right? But the way something else that I did speak to an attorney through LegalZoom, and she was informing me that the DBA is not covered under the LLC.
Oh,
Right. So, and at least that's how I understood what she was telling me. So anyway, what I ended up doing, Image and Sound Media is kind of like the primary business, I guess, quote unquote.
when you say it's not covered under the LLC, you mean like someone could sue you personally?
I suppose so. Okay. And I am not an attorney nor an expert on any of this, but that's the way that I understood.
Well, since you're not sure, can I ask you another question?
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
So you mentioned the paying yourself out of the business thing, and one of the questions that Amy and I were talking about is so I've always done that. I've always I make this much money, and then I actually did a percentage. So I would do 70% or 80% depending on if I couldn't do 80%, if I couldn't cover my expenses paying 80%, then I would do 70%.
Right.
But make sure my business expenses are covered, then give, whatever percentage over to the house. And we were wondering with the LLC, do we want to get as much out of as much money? I have retained earnings, right? That's just kind of sitting there for if the guitar comes I need to buy or what,
right.
That kind of, or just in case there's an emergency and I can't work for 3 months or something.
Right.
So if I have that money sitting in my business bank account and I get sued, is that up for grabs versus if I had moved it out into my personal account,
I don't know, but I would guess so.
Yeah, I would think so too.
I mean, if that were me, I would probably take that out of the business account and put it in a personal savings account.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would do. But
if anybody knows the answers to any of these questions, please comment.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to post this on YouTube, so we're talking about all this stuff, but we're just kind of learning it as we go. So exactly. Please leave comments and suggestions. Tell us how much of a dumbass we both are for
I look really stupid
all the decisions that we're making. But whatever, all that kind of stuff is welcome for sure. But just right off the top of my head, I would. Because the way I understand it is, the LLC protects the individual from the company or separates the two in case somebody sues the company, right? And if you have that money in the company bank account,
it seems
it's up for grabs.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it made sense to me. I just wondered if you would, if anything, had come up with that.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, Mike, I'm not at that point.
Maybe you could ask your lawyer for me since you got the premium package.
I did get the premium package.
How about this? How about I give you $20, right?
Okay.
And a list of questions.
A list? How long is a list?
5.
Maybe $20 a piece.
Okay, that would put it right at half, right? We'd be splitting the premium aspect because it's $200 extra, right?
I don't know about this math. I think Ezra, your son, is much better at math than you are. Anyway, all right. So we're believe it or not, Mike, we're 22 minutes in, and we have agreed that we are going to make this podcast each episode no longer than 30 minutes.
We got 8 minutes.
Yeah, no one wants to listen to us jabber for longer than 30 minutes. So let's see what else is new in business for you.
I don't know. I made some notes here. Today I played a gig at the Rumor Reel in Pasadena, brunch gig. It was good. Made a lot of tips. People feel bad for you at Christmas, I think maybe. We were talking about generous. The less claps we get, the more tips we get.
Yeah, you did mention that.
Funny. So my other thing right now, I don't know. Business, I could call this business, but is, as you know, you're going to help me build a chicken coop.
Yep.
Because I need to learn how to build some stuff.
Hey, it's business related, man.
Yeah. Because I don't know how to build anything, and I feel like if I did,
not even a chicken coop?
I mean, I'm gonna learn. I feel like if I did, I could make so much money. I have so many ideas. It's the endless, and I could be a handyman. I could be a sexy handyman.
Well, I don't know about all that, but.
All right. Well, that's kind of my other thing right now. I was originally gonna get a job on a construction site, as you know, because you were you were like, Mike,
that's gonna take you.
Don't do that.
20 years to learn.
And so I'm kind of rethinking that. I think I would right now. I'm okay. Exercise right now is my primary. That's my main goal.
That's a good thing to be focused on.
And then beneath that is the chicken coop. Do you think I'm joking? I'm not.
No, that's great, man.
And then beyond that, I'm kind of just keeping doing what I'm doing. Started music class with the boys again, so that's good. Because as we mentioned on the last podcast, that kind of fell to the wayside with something, with life events and whatever. So
yeah.
How about you?
Well, I actually have been really busy over the past couple weeks. One of the things that I love to do the most, and Mike, you know this because I've done plenty of videos for you performing, your songs and covers and stuff. But that's out of the photography and videography stuff. That's what I really like to do the most. So I just this past weekend. No, wait.
I was with you.
What is today?
When we last week.
Yeah, it was last week, right? Yeah. But that Friday and Saturday, I filmed the Chesapeake Suns, which are a local band around here. You're welcome, Jason. Plugging you guys in the Shift podcast, but at Cult Classic. So those videos will be coming out. I don't know. It's probably going to be a month or so. They're in the process of listening to the rough mix so they can pick which songs they like the best. Okay. So that way I'm not editing, right. 2 full nights worth of stuff for no reason. And then that Sunday you came and helped me. We filmed another local musician named Miggs. You're welcome, Miggs. Check him out on Facebook.
Miggs is awesome. I was really impressed with that guy.
Yeah, you just checked out one of the videos on my phone. He did three songs. We filmed that in the warehouse part of Cult Classic. I think they came out really well, man. I do too. Very, very happy with those. I only
saw one, but it was good.
Yeah, the other 2 had the same kind of look.
It wasn't quite as good as yours, but... Did you? No, okay. I was joking, but you filmed one that day too. Did you use that at all or no?
I haven't even actually. Yeah, to be honest, I forgot I did that. I don't think that performance was all that great. I kind of glanced at it, but I haven't really done anything with it yet. Thanks for the reminder though, because I should probably sometime this week take a look at it. But yeah, so that took up a pretty good bit of time. I've been busy, man.
I saw you did a shoot for the Juice Lady.
Yeah, the Juice Lady. Yep.
I don't know if that's her name. Fresh.
Yeah. So another plug, the Juiced Aloe, which is a aloe-based health drink. I've been working for the lady who owns and runs that business. Yesterday I did a product photo shoot for her. She got some new bottles and new labels and stuff. So I also built that website. So I needed to update the photos on the website. And then, so the photo shoot was partly for that. And then also for social media content.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm working on that too, man. And let's see.
Farm?
Huh?
The farm?
Yeah, I also am doing a website. Here's another plug for Sweetberry Miniature Cattle Company.
You're kicking butt, man.
Thanks. Awesome. Appreciate that. I got something else to tell you too. Okay, cool. Sweetberry Miniature Cattle Company, which is a mini cattle farm outside of Centerville. Yep. My buddy Rob and Crystal, they own that place, and I am building their website for them, and I'm gonna be doing all the content for the website, drone shots of their video of their farm, and then photos of the cattle, and then they have products like sweatshirts and t-shirts and stuff. So I'll be doing product photography for that. I'm actually gonna shift gears and focus much more on that this upcoming week. And then also right over here next to us, Economy Restoration. Starting January, I'm going to be taking over their social media, Facebook and Instagram, and maybe TikTok too. I'm not sure.
Cool.
But I'll be going out to all the jobs. I've already started doing that, getting drone shots and taking photos of they're like a roofing restoration company. And then they have a Christmas party coming up soon that I'm going to be taking photos for that.
I know because I took your gig so that you could do that. Did you find your drone?
No, I did not.
Bought a new one?
No, luckily a friend of mine had the same exact one for sale. So,
okay, right.
Yeah, I lost my drone. I'm still fairly new to the drone game.
Some 8-year-old kid's got $1,000 drone.
Yep. Some 8-year-old kid got an early Christmas present.
Before we wrap up, I got one thing to remind you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you made my website. I love my website.
Oh, you want me to check out
But there's this problem I have. Where you have to write, get this, it's like being in 1999. You have to write www. Michael Waski Music.
What an inconvenience.
Come on, bro. No one knows to do that. You got to fix this for me. It's got to be a priority. Tell all these other
Mike,
people.
you didn't get the premium package.
all these-
There's no ongoing support. It's just like, here's the website.
All right, I guess I'm gonna have to do some Googling.
No,
All right,
I'm just kidding. I will look into that for
I'm
you.
sort of kidding too, but fix it.
All right. Well, we're out of time, and I've got a new job that I got to take care of right this very moment. So I'm going to figure out why Mike has to type in www to get to his website. By the way, plug number 7, michaelwaskimusic.com. Don't forget to type the www.
Yep. And michaelwaski.com doesn't work anymore. I don't know what that's all about. We got to fix that too. But I'm not sweating that as much.
But michaelwaskimusic.
Yeah,
I am sorry.
That was your recommendation.
Yes, that is true.
I have both, but we had to pick one to start with.
Right, yeah. I'm sorry. www.michaelwaskimusic.com.
It's 3 W's.
3 W's.
Yes.
All right.
And if you don't remember that, you can remember the W has 3 tips. 3 W's, 3 tips, and a
Okay.
W.
You want to hear something really funny?
Sure.
Real quick. When I was in school, I don't know why I will never forget this. I think I was in elementary school or middle school, or it might have been high school. I remember, because I smoked a lot of weed in high school. But I remember one day sitting in class trying to remember how to spell W. And then I realized W is a letter.
That is kind of that you were probably in high school, bro. It sounds like
It's probably one of those days I smoked a few joints on the way to school.
yeah. I'd say so.
All right. Well, Mike, it's 30 minutes and 53 seconds, so we've gone over by a minute.
We're gonna have to cut that last story.
I guess so.
No,
All right.
cool, man.
We'll
That
see
was
you
fun.
guys next time. Goodbye.